Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to do a little video tour of my tax haven base on my second character. And yes, I am quite aware it looks like a Minecraft pig with a big mouth and a double chin shooting handguns at this other base or something. None of that was intentional, but that's kind of how it turned out. So what's interesting, now this is a requested video, but what's interesting on this base is it is 7.5 stories tall. That is unusual for tax haven bases. They are usually 6.5 stories tall. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. And that's interesting because it gives you more space, but unique in that there are no foundations in this building. You can't use foundations to get it this high. If you look how little space there is right there. There's not much available to be able to put a foundation. I'll be making a video on how to do it because it's really difficult. So we start outside, and I want to say while this is end game level style of base, it's not like full end game level because it just does not have the volume of storage it would need to be that kind of thing. I went more for lived in look than I did for functionality. So we start out, I've got a pair of wind turbines just in case I need them. If I want to power up, makes it look like we've got a bunch of lube out here sitting in those boxes ready to be taken. I did my best to keep it not totally square, but it's just a big square, let's be honest. We have our temple to Shahilud. We've got one of 3 wind catchers. Puts out about 200,000 water a day. So you have your front entrance on this level. We come around this side. You have a space that will fit not only an assault, but also a scout simultaneously. I normally keep my assault over there, but it is functional for it. So I don't really love having visible pentashields. So my main pentashields right here, hidden in this back. This primrose field is always here. And so, but I also wanted to make sure that every player had access to it, so I'm not blocking it in any way on any side. They can get a buggy around it in all directions. And so anybody can use that field. I did cover it. But in the back, what I did is I tried to, again, I'm trying to give it that lived-in look, like someone actually really has this base and is using this base. Now, something that's unique about this, and this is what I was talking about, since there are no foundations, it is only columns. Columns are the only thing holding this base up. But you'll notice, Dune floor. There is a floor tile underneath this entire thing. Every single tile has a floor underneath it, all the way across 5x5. It's sandy here, which I think makes perfect sense for the buggy, and then I can drive up my sand bike right there. This is a unique character. So this character, for those of you who have played World of Warcraft, there's a thing there called the Wandering Isle Stayers. And it's someone who never leaves the starting area. Well, neither do I. I'm level 148, and I have never left Haga Basin South, with the exception of the cities in the deep desert, since I have access to it right here along my border, and I can fly there from the Griffin's Reach. It makes it a challenge for the reason that I don't have access to anything but 3. I have Trooper because you can get Trooper here. I have Planetologist because you get Planetologist here. And I started with Bene Gesserit. I can only have level 1 of any of these. So this is like a challenge mode type of character. This base isn't done because I don't have access to a lot of things. For example, Duraluminum. There is no place for me to get it other than the exchange, which is completely dead. So we've got some storage here. It does have every single type of crafting station. This I'm really proud of, and I'll show you that here in a second. Here is my floorage, or cargo floor. Holds 9 of them. They're all very neatly fit in there, and you can walk across it very easily without any problem at all. This is the entranceway that you saw earlier. Got a little Harry Potter style bedroom. This is the spare bedroom. And these are very interesting. So if you notice here, let's see if I can get it to show. There it is. Ah, you dirty bastard. Show me again. In any case, there are 6 generators under there. So this, like I said, you have to have a 6 or 7.5. This is the half. So underneath these is a row of generators. Generators are more than a half a block tall. So I couldn't just have a floor straight across there. So I had to have a gap. And I turned these, which are, these are the Dune railing. I turned them backwards so that out is facing in. And it gives a really nice look to it. And then up here, I just have all of the items that drop in this zone because my base is the guild base. And yeah, it works out really nicely. It's backlit. I also found out that certain railings you can place that floor light on, which really gives it a nice touch. I love this little section right here. So then we go up, and then you'll notice this is a split level. So instead of having the garage take up the entire lower floor, it's a split level, which gives me more access. I also have a quick access to get down right here, if I want to get to the door instead of having to go all the way around. So like I said, I went with a lot of decorations. We got really nice seating space here. I put the Atreides hologram right behind that. It looks okay. I think if it was closer to it, it would look better. Like, I did one down here and I'll show you. This one I did where I merged it as tight to the picture as I could get it, and I think that looks really good. Using these, which are these right here, give you more space without taking up too much space. We have 250,000 water. It is not enough, and I'm always out because, oh my god, titanium. When we come in here, I do use this quite a bit. This is the Kaladin passageway. I use it to break up the space. So first little spot right here, we can sit down, read a book. And then we come up to the main crafting level. So right here, we start with the balcony. So you've got a pair of these. They are accessible. I just come out here. I can get into it from there. And then I come to this one here, and I can get to it right there. So it makes for a very easy access. This is our shrine to Shai-Hulud. Must have the donkey. Nice seating out here. Sit out on the deck. You are sheltered out here. Water sealed in particular. The sun will still get you, but you're sheltered. So you can sit out here in a storm. And Shai-Hulud's backlit. I put lights behind it to really make it pop. Unfortunately, the light LOD doesn't go very far, so it's, you know, it is what it is. So, main crafting area, we have another little library here. And this is the, quote, main bedroom. This is the one I am the most proud of. So I used the Kaladin wall panel almost as if they are pocket doors. You know, you would close across and cover it, since we don't really have a door in that. And I thought it'd be neat. This is the main bedroom, and I still don't like that we can't shove chairs all the way up tight, or close to tight, off skew it, so I have the chair to the side. But I think this turned out really nicely. Almost like it's a carpeted, but it has space around the edge. And then that. This turned out almost like the devs planned that. For this corner to fit in there just like that, and it's the same color tones and everything, it's amazing. I love this little Harry Potter style bedroom. It is fantastic. Turned out really nicely. Now keep in mind, I also do not have access to much because of this being story locked. That's all the Atreides, that's all I will ever have. I have Show 'em Shelter, I have the Observer, I do not have Facility, and then I have Dune. That's it. You can see how little I have to decorate with. So it's a challenge in that respect too, to be able to make something nice. We got a dining table. put some... It's actually really hard to get those dishes lined up neatly because they have their own collision. Drives me crazy. So this has all of the crafting stations with the exception of the fabricator, the vehicle fabricator, and then upstairs we have the big ones. But you have... So we've got garment, survival, weapon, repair station. You got your big boy. I'm not going to do that, and the little one. That's kind of silly. Again, like to have the extra seating areas, you know. Get it nice and cozy. I have extra storage under here. For those who are unaware, you can actually get underneath a half. And if you leave enough space, you can get back and have a whole bunch more. Now, I could do aluminum in the back as well. I don't need that much storage yet because I'm still not overflowing in how much storage. And this is something, this actually has a flat floor over it, but I brought down the angle to give it a more cozy feel. And honestly, I should do it over there to trim down to make it more cozy. We go up. This is another way that you can encroach on space, and give you more space while you just got to be careful to run this way, because if you run like this, boom, you get stuck, booped in the head. And we don't have really much access to duraluminum, so we don't have the bigger ones yet. I have access. I can build them if I have the duraluminum. I just don't have the duraluminum. So nice big seating here. Once again, I really wanted to make it look like it's a lived-in space. This is the hangar, believe it or not. I will bring the assault over and show you. Oh, also, this was requested I show how to do this. So you can see it comes up through the floor, but they have no collision. That's why it works. If those had collision, it probably wouldn't work. And then, of course, you can get in here, and I can set everything to power from there. You can kind of see what's going on with it. Currently, I have 900 power, so I have the 6 down below. I have 6 more up here, and I'll show you here in a little bit. That's another interesting thing that I may do a video about. Water is just a problem in general. And you can see over here, I'm not quite using all my storage, and that's just because I don't have enough materials yet. It is difficult to get materials on this type of character. So here's one of the first plastanium containers, and as you can see, I have some. This is all just sitting there waiting because water's a challenge when you have no access to death stills and things like that. I don't even have that built yet, but I did this. It looks really nice. I've had it there before, but I had to disassemble it to build something else. And then little bit of spice, but man, it's rough. This is where the ornithopter sits, the scout. I'll show you. So there is enough volume in here that I can actually turn around real easily. And the scout fits up here. I don't normally leave it that way because I have logged in several times to find myself no longer in the base that I logged out at and on some other siege, and so I always keep it on my person. We come over here to a balcony of sorts. It's actually just really a way to, you know, come out and view, but really it's a way to get to the roof, which I'm going to show you first, and then we'll show you the rest down there. So I kind of went with that whole piggy theme where the front's the head, and that's why this slopes backwards. You got like the bangs and all that stuff. But that's not what's interesting up here. What's interesting up here is that I have rooftop generators, and no, they don't take any damage. I hate when that does that. There we go. They take no damage whatsoever from the storm. Now, they did take damage at first until I figured out the key, and the key is I had 6 of these lined up, and I actually had to put furniture and little doodads in between them because people could come in here and you could crouch and you could get down between it. So I had to fix that. But I had noticed this side, because I started over here, and that one was up against that. There is, if I can get to it so you can see it. There it is. There is a half wall right there. And I had that one placed up against it. and I was testing to see if there would be any storm damage. 5 took storm damage. That one took no storm damage. So I'm like, okay. So I pulled all these out, put in half walls. At first, I put in the Dune because I like them better. Or not the Dune, I'm sorry. This one. Observer, half wall. But it's thinner than the Chome facility. So later I then changed to Chome facility and put these railings on top, and now they don't take any damage. But also, I don't need any furniture to keep anybody out. So yeah, I have 12 total generators in this, and then one I haven't built yet, because I don't have the mats yet. I have had the mats, I've built other things. So then we come up to this level. This is another way that you can get really nice window display without actually having windows, if that makes any sense. It doesn't work that great on the north facing because you'll get roasted by the sun. You can get really good views that even during a storm you can see out just fine. And use railing on the bottom and half wall on the top. And it works great. Sit here, look out. It's a really nice view. So that's the boy I'm missing. I haven't built it yet. And then we've got the medium spice. Now, I did originally build this for the large spice refinery. One, it took up just an absurd amount of space. And I'm like, man, how am I going to do this? And two, I'm sorry, they're out of their minds making it take 10,000 spice sand to make one batch. Have it be like 2,500, and then I would probably build it. But 10,000 is ridiculous. 750 is fine. Yeah, I know it's 75 to 1 instead of 50 to 1, but it is what it is. And then you have this big boy. And we've got those up there. So they come through, provide a little bit of extra light because of how they come through. And yeah, it has everything you need. It is 7.5 stories tall. Again, I will do a video on how to do that. Oh, let's show you how the assault fits. And I know it's ugly, it's the base model, because that's all I've got access to. I will never have Atreides or Harkonnen. Unfortunately. Never mind, get in there. There we go. So I park it so it's tight against this side, and then when I need to go upstairs, I just run along this side. And I can get up just fine. And it fits. One of those like a cat. If it fits, I sits. Yes, it pokes out, but I'm going to show you. Safe. So, it is good to go. I've had it there for days on end, and it takes no damage. The regular Scout will fit there, and I can get Scout in and out while that is there. It's just, for your daily use, I keep it over in the hangar, because what's the point of having the hangar if we don't use it, right? Yeah, there you go. Hope you all liked it, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.